Hi, Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View. It's Dollar Tree Theater time. That's right. Um, so Dollar Tree Theater is where we showcase a film that we got at the Dollar Tree, or in mine and the Cheetah's case, we do things a little differently. We include films that we get from Salvation Army, or the library, or anything where we get it for underneath a dollar. Or in this case, for Dollar Tree, it'd be $1.25. So for this round of films, I've been letting you guys help me pick the movie that we watch. So this round we had Dominion, the prequel to The Exorcist, versus American Psycho, and we also have Cheetah's Choice. So if you guys didn't like either two movies, you guys could say, well, you could do better. Let's see what you can come up with. Well, then you will vote for the Cheetah's Choice. So you guys voted for a movie. With 64% of the votes going to me and the Cheetah watching and reviewing American Psycho. American Psycho is a 2000 film. It was written based off a book written by Bret Easton Ellis, and it stars Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman, William Dafoe as Detective Kimball, Jared Leto's in here, Josh Lucas, Samantha Mathis, Chloe Sevigny. Actually, she was really good in this movie. Kara Seymour, Justin Theroux, one of the co-writers of the film, Genevieve Turner, who also co-wrote it with the director Mary Herron, Reese Witherspoon, and a few other familiar faces. So basically what this movie is tells the story of Patrick Bateman, who is narrating the story. He works at Wall Street. He hangs out with his father's extremely rich, so he's got a job through his father, working for his father's firm. He has a bunch of friends who are preoccupied with one or two things, either where they're going to eat after dinner or business cards. This is man, I don't even know where to go. We're going to start with this. Either Ellis is totally crushing Wall Street in his hands, like he can't stand them, or he's envious. I don't know. Don't know. Never really liked him as a writer anyway. I will give credit to Mary Herron, who directed the film, and Genevieve Turner, who wrote the screenplay. The screenplay is brilliant. I got to give it for that. This is a funny ass movie. And right off the bat, and spoiler alert here, nothing what you see is real. Nothing. It's a fantasy. He's going off to he's having a psychotic break. He's imagining what he's going through. He's just imagining it. It could be pressure from the job. It could be pressure from his friends. He could be bored shitless. It could be too many drugs. He could be crazy. Obviously he is crazy, but there could be a lot of reasons why he got to where he is. Quite honestly, if I hung around the same crowd that he did, I'd probably go crazy too. If that was any sort of representation of the people Patrick hangs around with. I know this movie got a lot of notoriety because, he's supposed to be a serial killer. And he goes around, he kills people, he kills a homeless man, he kills a dog. And the only reason why that gets a pass on this time, as far as animal cruelty goes, is simply the fact it never happened. It's just something he is thinking. He's either thinking or he's imagining or whatever, but he didn't kill a dog. He hasn't killed anybody. There's all sorts of signs that sit there and tell you how crazy he is. Who knows? Like I said, if it was a serious take about a guy going on a psychotic break, if it was serious, this really could have been quite memorable. But I don't think it would have actually done well. I might have been remembered, but I don't think it would have did the box office. I think they really had to strive to let you know that this is a bad joke. This is like a psychotic. We don't even know if Patrick's for real or not. We don't know if that's his real persona or he could actually be Paul Allen, who's supposedly one of the victims he killed. He could have killed him, psychotically. He could have killed him, and just because he didn't want that life anymore. He wanted to become Patrick Bateman, not Paul Allen. This movie's open for interpretation on all sorts of scales. I guess I would have to read the book to see how Eston writes it. I mean, if he writes it the same way as the movie, more power to him. I guess it's funny. I guess it's satire. But in no way, shape, or form can you take this seriously. This is a horror comedy movie. It has horror elements into it. And yeah, I got to acknowledge that. But it is a dark comedy. Yeah. And Christian Bale is really good here. Of course, this is, it's an amazing performance. The whole supporting cast is actually pretty good. You had Josh Lucas in there. Like I mentioned, you have Chloe. Like, I'm not really a big fan of hers, but she was really good here. Chloe Sevigny. I can't pronounce that last name. But she was actually really good here as Jean, Patrick's secretary. I thought it was very sweet and very gentle and normal. I thought the rest of the cast was good too. It's funny seeing Reese Witherspoon in here. She was really she was different in this as well. It's really directed well. It was funny how many people wanted to do this movie. Johnny Depp expressed interest in doing this movie. Mary Herron had been she had been hired to direct, and she cast Christian Bale. And then Leonardo DiCaprio was coming off Titanic, and he wanted to do the film, and they were going to give him $20 million to do it. And Mary Herron said, "Nope, it's just there's two reasons why. One, because he just came off of Titanic, and all his fans are like 13 to 15-year old. I don't think that'd be a good idea to be seen as a serial killer right after that. And two, he didn't fit the part. And going back and looking at this movie, he would have been horrible in it. There's just no way no one's going to buy him as a serial killer. So that was initially going to bring in Oliver Stone to direct it with Leonardo, but then cooler heads prevailed, and they brought back Mary Herron and Christian Bale. And the two ladies, this book has been criticized as being misogynist. Well, I think it was a bloody brilliant stroke to have two women write the screenplay, because the screenplay is really good. They established the comedy, they established the absurdity of his life. I wish it could have lasted just a little bit longer to see if Paul Allen really was Patrick Bateman, or like I said, I haven't read the book, so I mean, if Patrick Bateman is a real character, if he's really he's not a figment of somebody's imagination, I don't know if the book would hold the same comedy value as the movie did. I'm not in a real hurry to rush out to buy the book. I mean, if I saw it for 50 cents, maybe, after seeing the movie, but I'm not a fan of Ellis at all. So there's that. The initial director, I mentioned before, they had Oliver Stone, but to show you how much they liked this movie as far as the horror elements go to it, they actually approached both Stuart Gordon and David Cronenberg were also considered to do this film. Neither one of them did it, and of course we had Mary Herron come in, and she did it, and like I said, a brilliant job. Leonardo ended up doing The Beach. That's what he ended up doing. He ended up doing The Beach. This movie actually made money. It was made for a budget of $7 million. It made slightly over 34. Got a few awards. Remember when it came out, a lot of people were talking about it. They were pretty they were pretty high on it. They're, of course, some of the critics were not. Some of the women were not. They were railing against this movie before it came out, saying that it glorified the killing of women, which it did not. It did not. Um, it was just not at all. He Patrick killed. He killed everybody with equal aplomb, whether it be a homeless man or his coworker. He didn't care. He he was an equal opportunity. Like I said, he just was going crazy, and yeah. I did like the set design of the movie. It did show off Patrick Bateman's apartment. He lived in New York, and he could definitely see that whether he was Bateman or Paul Allen, he lived his life very clean and very simply. And when someone asks him how much he paid for his apartment, he says, "Well, that's none of your business, but you can rest assured it was a lot." And it seemed rather funny to me to see that people paying millions of dollars for an apartment just because it overlooks New York. I truly am at a loss for that. I never have understood that, the excess or the demand for that. But that's just me. But I like the apartment. I thought his morning routine was very charming. Um, his his observations on pop music at the time, as this movie set in the late '80s, was pretty good. It's pretty good. We talked about Genesis and Phil Collins and Whitney Houston. It was just some of the dialogue was just so funny, and it was just, I mean, even if it was real, even if he really was a serial killer, even if it really was, the jokes almost would have took you out of the movie anyway. But here they only added to it because you knew that what you were seeing, you weren't seeing. All right. Well, I will have to say that I like this movie. I like some elements of it. I liked I like Christian Bale's performance. The best Batman. Um, I guess he sort of played it like if Bruce Wayne had inhaled Joker gas, they would have got Patrick Bateman. Um, the other person I really was impressed with in here was Chloe 70. Oh, I can't pronounce her name. Chloe, if you're watching this, you rocked. Um, the rest of the cast was okay. Didn't have much to do. Reese Witherspoon was, would have liked to see more Josh Lucas in there. It was a sort of a shallow part. He's a much better actor than that. Um, but otherwise, it was okay. I would give it like this. I wouldn't thumb it down. I wouldn't thumb it up. It was all right. Um, I definitely, yeah. I'm not enamored of it, but I'm not hating on it either. All right, so that's it for this review for Dollar Tree Theater. I have my vote. My next movies are up for a vote. It's already up there. I'm going to need a little bit of help because we're tied, and I forgot to put Cheetah's Choice. So these are the movies that are up for vote this week. So if you go to my community tab, or if you want to, you can leave a comment down below this video here and tell us which movie you want us to watch. We have a Hallmark movie here, Love, Romance, and Chocolate, and we have No Reservations. Another Aaron Eckhart film. I'm trying to get you guys to let us watch Aaron Eckhart because we really like him. But then again, we really like Will Kemp and Lacey Chabert too, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. So you guys get to help us out. I will be posting the new poll up tonight, and so you can vote for the week after next movies. All right, that's it for us. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please consider giving us a sub. Hit the notification bell. That would be helpful to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of American Psycho. yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys thoughts. Did you agree with what we said, what me and the Cheetah, what we thought about it, or do you have your own option, your own opinion of it? Yeah, drop it down in a comment. We want to hear it. All right, that's it for me. I will see you. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will hopefully we'll see you Wednesday for actress Destiny Soria. She will be here. Soria. She'll be here on Wednesday, 8 o'clock, and we'll be talking all things horror, including her brand new film called Christmas Slasher. All right, that's it for me and the Cheetah. Peace.